Now, there is absolutely no doubt about it that when we look at the Acolyte, we can see it for what it truly is, and based on what Kathleen Kennedy and Leslye Headland have said and confirmed before in the past, that this is all going to be a 100% agenda-driven series. They themselves even said out loud that they are focusing on ideology over art, and ideology over anything related to character development and story. That's why they keep going on about diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as representing all of these different communities, including the LGBTQ community as well. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now look, there's nothing wrong with diversity or representing different communities like that if it comes organically throughout the script writing process. But when you're focusing on all of that above story and character development, that's when you run into numerous problems. That's when you have cringeworthy dialogue, cringeworthy scenes, and things that just feel completely out of place and soulless in nature. Now, focusing on the Acolyte, there's been a lot of problems happening with the marketing campaign for one big reason, and how Leslye Headland reacted behind the scenes is only making things even worse for the Acolyte. Let's get into all of this, shall we? Now, you guys may or may not know anything about this series in particular, but it does take place in the High Republic era. It does take place several years before the events of the Phantom Menace, right? Some people say it's hundreds, others say it's like 75 to 80, some say it's 250. To be exact, we'll have to wait and see what the official time period is. But what's interesting about that has a lot to do with one major spoiler that was essentially confirmed accidentally by Lucasfilm / Disney, and how Leslye Headland basically has been reacting to that. Now, with the Walt Disney Company actively dealing with the fallout from multiple box office failures in 2023, one major development now has much to do with the Acolyte director and showrunner Leslye Headland, where she recently had a meltdown behind the scenes at Lucasfilm related to the recent leaks that were basically confirmed through Disney's biggest mistake for the Acolyte marketing team. Now, one significant update to this situation now involves how Headland reportedly had a massive argument with the marketing team related to the Acolyte of making one of the largest mistakes in the series that confirmed Leslie's biggest Acolyte twist. It turns out that the recent TV spots spoiled the fact that the major twist for the Acolyte, spoilers by the way, will center on a George Lucas reverse twist with the concept of twins. In this case, the Acolyte will focus on the good twin and the evil twin narrative in the story, and how the good twin is basically being blamed for the evil twin's doing. Now, this is where Headland's inspiration from the Frozen movie by Disney comes from, by making this a sister-centric Star Wars story. Already, both Leslye and Kathleen Kennedy are in full panic mode of the core twist spreading to the majority of viewers and potential new fans that they were aiming for. The Acolyte marketing team is already reportedly going under a firing stage right now by Disney for making such a major mishap that spoiled the entire twist. Now, this twist, by the way, was confirmed when the good twin's name was shown in one of the TV spots as Asa, while the evil twin's name seen in the recent Acolyte clip is labeled as May. Now guys, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing those names, but basically, in one of the TV spots, I don't know if you guys caught it, there is a sequence where the character that looks just like Amandla Stenberg is the good twin. She is saying, "It wasn't me," or "I didn't do it, believe me." Alright? And that dialogue alone pretty much gave it away if you connect two things together based on the previous leaks from months ago about how this is all about a good twin and an evil twin, and looking at the footage alone. But the subtitles gave everything away, and it was later removed by Disney and Lucasfilm. So the fact that they removed that subtitle pretty much confirms everything here, and why there's been such a ruckus happening behind the scenes at Lucasfilm. Moving on. Now, Leslye Headland reportedly also had it out with the Acolyte marketing team, since now Disney is also beginning to blame Headland as the one responsible for hiring an incompetent team, and that is true. Like, this, of course, was given the okay by Kathleen Kennedy, who is also getting a bad rap for the major mishap. The subtitle of the Good Twins' name was immediately removed, like I said before, shortly after the arguments took place, and firings took place as well with the Acolyte marketing team. Now, after the main plot of the series was spoiled. Now, many are already debating this to be the cheapest twist for any Star Wars project under Disney that has been done, reportedly, in other films and shows and pop culture, of course. And look, guys, I mean, this really is something that we have seen in endless movies before in the past. Like, oh, it wasn't him or her, it was the evil twin. It's just very much lackluster as far as I see things, and very lazy storytelling. Now, moving on, Kathleen Kennedy has also been involved in this battle against Disney's decision to cancel the Acolyte Season 2, which is still cemented in by Bob Iger. Headland and Kennedy are also getting more flack from other members of the Disney Board of Directors based on the monumental failure of the Acolyte marketing team, who, by the way, were all organized by Leslye Headland, who handled the TV spots. However, Leslye was reportedly blaming Disney for forcing the marketing team by using footage of Asa in the first place, using dialogue that states, "I didn't do it, believe me," or something around those lines, which essentially nearly gave away the twist to begin with and confirms the leaks that went viral months ago for the series. This, as it turns out, is another reason why half the board members are asking for Kathleen Kennedy's firing, due to giving the okay for Leslye Headland organizing this marketing team that handled the major mistake here for the actual subtitle. Now, again, like I said before, guys, when you hire someone that is the former personal assistant of Harvey Weinstein, when you hire someone that said, if you were expecting George Lucas to be the key of Star Wars, then you're a misogynist. When you hire people that have a history like that, that say things like that, you can only expect them to hire the worst of the worst within the Acolyte marketing team. Alright, so it just makes sense at this point in time, and nobody truly understands anything related to how, of course, crucial this really is. Anyone at Disney should have saw this a mile away. You know, if you're gonna hire someone like that, you should expect these kind of results. So I think Disney was just asking for it. I don't feel sorry for them in the least, and it's all their fault. So, in conclusion, this is already creating more tensions between both Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy as it is, as more and more board members are beginning to actually request Kathleen Kennedy to be fired before she moves forward to actually extend her contract again. And I said this before in my past video. She is looking to basically extend her contract again. Alright? So her contract is up in this year. I don't know if you guys knew that. For 2024, she wants to extend it another 3 whopping years. Can you only imagine what that will look like, right? So overall, there's a lot of things going on here with Disney and Lucasfilm. I mean, this is exactly why they always fall into the vicious cycle, why they always fall into endless failures, is because of the types of people that they hire and the types of stories that they greenlit, you know, over the past couple of years, that are just very lazy writing, a lot of mistakes that happen in the process as well. So anyway, guys, you know, drop a comment below, fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.